everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Selena Marie, and today I will be sharing how I engrave a 20-ounce stainless steel powder-coated tumbler from MakerFlow. I will be using my WeCreat Vision Pro 45-watt diode laser. I'll be showing you how to set up and level your tumblers using the Rotary Pro, a few grip tricks that made a big difference, and how I was able to dial in my settings for a clean, crisp engraving. I will also be showing you how to do your own testing array in the WeCreat Make It software. Using this method, you'll be able to apply this to any drinkware of your choosing and get the best settings for you. I'm a big believer in test, so anytime you're working with a new product, I always recommend getting an extra one so you can do some testing to ensure that it's going to be the right fit for you every time. I'll also be sharing what didn't work and how I fixed it and how to clean up your tumbler for the best finish. Let's jump in. Before we install our Rotary Pro, you're going to want to remove your honeycomb or your laser bed, whatever you have in there. Just go ahead and remove that so we can install the Rotary Pro. For 20-ounce tumblers, I specifically use the ring studs to hold my 20-ounce just because it's a smaller cylindrical object compared to like a 40-ounce tumbler. I've had great results with 40 ounces just directly going onto the rotary. However, in this case, since our tumbler is smaller, it doesn't fit directly onto the rotary, so I have to use the ring studs for this step. Next, remove the 2 screws that are on the left side of your machine, and we are going to find the locating pin that's on the bottom of your rotary, and you're going to align that with the locating hole, and then reinstall your 2 screws in their corresponding places on the rotary using the provided screwdriver. Plug the connection cable into your machine, and during all my testing, I discovered that the silicone grips work the best for the 20-ounce tumblers. So I went ahead and slid each silicone grip onto one of the ring studs. And before you put your tumbler onto your rotary, make sure you get your measurements. Write these down before you get started. So you want to find the perimeter of your tumbler, and then I always get the height of my tumbler as well, so I can plug that into the software. You can also get the diameter as well using a regular tape measure, but here I am being fancy with my micrometer. So you can also use this as well for a super accurate measurement. Then we're going to go ahead and install our tumbler onto the rotary, and you can spin the chuck towards you to loosen it and away from you to tighten it. I don't tighten mine all the way until I get my tumbler pretty much leveled to where I want it. I will say that I felt like I put my tumbler too close, and I felt like I should have moved my tumbler down, which I'll kind of show you a little bit later in the video, another tumbler that I did. And then be sure to put your holder wheels under your tumbler, and I'll show you how to adjust this in just a bit. And then we're going to use the mini level to make sure that our tumbler is leveled, and you want to ensure your bubble is in the middle. And I like to rotate my tumbler and just periodically checking that it is leveled and get it exactly where I want it. I also like to periodically check my level as I've tightened it or adjusted any to make sure that I haven't moved it too much and it's still leveled. I like to just use the screwdriver that we use for screws to tighten using the little holes on the rotary. You will use this top wheel to adjust the height of your wheels. You do want to make sure that your tumbler is touching both of the wheels as it spins. In the WeCreat software, we are going to change it from laser flat to laser cylindrical, and then we are going to connect to our WeCreat Vision Pro, and I do this via USB. And as you see here, we have a non-working area, but since I have the Rotary Pro, I'm going to go into my settings and turn off that non-working area. Then I'm going to import my SVG that I want to engrave on this tumbler. I specifically use SVGs. I am going to go ahead and change the color of it because my tumbler is black. I can't really see my design, so I changed it to this bright yellow here. And then all of my elements within my SVG are pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and right click and group those. And then I'm going to go up here and rotate my tumbler to the orientation that I wanted to engrave onto my tumbler. And I'm going to go ahead and change my perimeter over here on the right hand side to the size we measured at the very beginning. Then once that loads, I'm going to go up here and adjust the size of my design to how I want it. I kind of played around with it. I wanted a full wrap look including being as close to the top and bottom as I could possibly get. So I just played around with my numbers there until I got my perfect fit. And then I adjusted the design to be in the middle of the tumbler, and the line will turn this orange color when it is in the middle. And then I kind of just spot checked the top and bottom. Just be mindful that this is a cylindrical object and what the camera shows is not always as it seems, but I will show you how to use the framing tool that's in the software so you can see exactly where your design is going to engrave. And you can use the 3D preview tool to see how your design is going to roughly look on your tumbler. The seams here are pretty accurate. Next, we're gonna find the settings that we want to use. I clicked over here on the select material and did the black stainless steel tumbler and kind of looked at those settings to see what I wanted to use. Once you have your settings ready to go, we're gonna do our framing. So you have to hit start to be able to access the framing. So do that, and then over here on the left-hand side, once it has loaded, we are going to hit frame and then run over to our machine to watch the laser head and see where our design is gonna line up. And I wanted to get my design as close to the top and bottom as I could with having an equal distance. I didn't like how it turned out at first, so come back into the design software. You would hit cancel, then realign your design, and then start and frame again, just as we did. And then let your tumbler engrave. This is sped up. It took about an hour and a half with these settings. And then I pulled my tumbler off of the rotary and kind of gave it a quick wipe down with microfiber. I will show you how to clean it better later. But after running it, I didn't honestly like how it looked. It looked a little burnt to my liking. I should have done my material testing array to begin with, but I honestly completely forgot. So here I am doing my material testing array, and I'll show you how to get this set up and do your own. So you're going to click this toolbox on the left-hand side and select material testing array. And here I kind of use that material settings that WeCreat showed at the beginning to get my parameters. So you can kind of play with this and find what's going to work best for you. I ended up doing 2 testing arrays on my tumbler. It works just the same as we engraved our design, but this time I'm kind of overlaying it on my design because I didn't do it initially. And remember, you can always pause this video if you want to kind of copy my settings just to kind of get a starting point, but just know every material is going to be different. As I mentioned earlier, I was a little nervous about my laser head getting too close to my rotary, so I did kind of shuffle my silicone grips down more on my tumbler, and I felt like it did hold pretty well, but they probably should have gone up just a little bit just to have a tiny bit of gap between the chuck at the top and your tumbler, which you'll kind of see what I mean on my pink tumbler later in the video. But if your design isn't going to the entire top and bottom, then it should be just fine putting your tumbler all the way towards the chuck. Then once you finally have your testing array, you can pick which one looks best to you and use those settings going forward for the product that you have. But do keep in mind that different colored products, especially tumblers, will require different settings just because of how the tumbler absorbs the light from the diode laser, without going into too much technicality. But I'll show you using a pink tumbler how I kind of got my settings. But again, I should have done my testing array to begin with before I did these settings. I guess I was just feeling bold this day and just going for it. But here we are again, selecting the material to kind of get my starting point. If you did want to go this route, it did turn out good, but just don't expect perfection without doing your material testing array. So I did choose red because it was the closest to pink, and I went with this 600 speed and 78% power. But after seeing my results, I did realize that I should have gone slower because I did get some jagged lines in my design once it engraved, and I believe that was due to the machine going too fast. I also should have lowered my power just a little bit because I did get some soot around my design that wasn't able to come off, and I think that was just being too high of power. But overall, I did like how this tumbler turned out. Now I'll show you the best way that I found to clean these stainless steel tumblers, and that is with a magic eraser. Just wet your magic eraser and scrub very, very vigorously as much as you possibly can until all of that soot comes off of your tumbler. Then I will just use a microfiber towel to dry off my tumbler. Microfiber is important here because if you use anything else, it will create these like micro scratches on on the coating of your tumbler. Now, I will say that I did have a little oopsie because I wanted this to be a seamless tumbler and the file had to connect perfectly. So I should have remeasured. I think I was off by like a 1/16 of an inch. So just make sure you measure, and ensure all of your measurements are correct in the software as well and for your design so you can achieve that seamless look. But I like how it turned out overall. And as I mentioned earlier, the speed that I used was a little too fast because there were a couple little jagged lines within my design. Nothing crazy, but if you're a perfectionist like I am, or if you want your products to be the best quality for your customers, I wouldn't go that fast on my tumbler. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped you feel more confident in engraving your own drinkware using the WeCreat Vision Pro. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. If you have any questions or have your own tips and tricks for engraving tumblers, please leave them in the comments below. I love learning from this community too. I can't wait to see you next time. Until then, happy crafting.